from Wisconsin.
Mr. Cole, if somebody issues statements which are critical of Islam as a religion, is that protected speech under the First Amendment?
Sure.
If a Christian minister attacks the gay lifestyle, is that protected speech under the First Amendment?
Yes.
Wow.
What, I'm sorry?
I said, wow. Okay. Thank you. Now, by the way, you got those answers right.
Thank you.
For you. I'd like to ask our professor something. I've had this job now for a little over 10 years, and I get around to all sorts of groups and talk to people. The number of people I talk to is just beyond belief. I have yet to hear, and I think I would have remembered if I heard it, any what I would call anti-Semitic remarks. Nevertheless, we seem to have a problem on all these universities in which anti-Semitism seems to be somewhat prevalent. Do you want to take a crack as to why anti-Semitism is, I think right now, tiny in the United States, but the only place it seems to be common is on university campuses?
Well, I don't.
Not you. We'll give the others. They're the experts. We're done with you, so that's.
Oh, I thought you said professor. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you passed your test. Any of the other three want to take a crack as why we seem to have anti-Semitism on Americans' college campuses, but we don't have anti-Semitism at, from what I can tell, I talk to people all the time, not a big problem in America as a whole. Nobody has a reason why that is so. You must think when these incidents happen on your campuses, why is this happening? You don't think at all. Your mind is a blank. I guess your mind is a blank. You don't only think of university presidents' mind is a blank, but apparently they are. It is my belief that the reason you see more anti-Semitism on campuses is because there is a lack of thought on the campuses, and the campuses are the home to the hard left of this country. And if there's a odd campus that is the home of the odd left, but we've got some presidents here of big, huge universities. I mean, DePaul, Cal Poly, big universities. But I think there is, for example, very little people who would be described as Christian conservatives or Republican, and I think that the zeitgeist of the more liberal element right now in this country is including anti-Semitism or a bizarre obsession with protecting Hamas. I guess I'll put it that way. Do you feel, do you say if you had to take a shot, we'll start out with Ms. Haverford here, or Ms. Raymond, Dr. Raymond. Do you have a crack of your professors, what percent you would think would vote for, say, a Donald Trump, and what percent would vote for a Kamala Harris or even further left-wing type candidate?
Representative, we do not ask.
You must have an
that
idea.
question.
You must have an idea. You talk to people.
faculty.
You have no idea. No idea. We don't know. Maybe 80% were for Trump. You have no idea. Not even in the individual department do you have any idea.
I do not, and I'm not interested in that kind
I
of
don't believe
information.
that, but okay, you can say that. How about Mr. Manuel?
Thank you. Like Haverford, we don't track
I know you don't track,
about
but you must have an opinion. You talk to
1,200
people.
faculty on campus, and I can tell you that our practices have protected both conservative and progressive voices in our work.
You have no idea. Okay. Mr. Armstrong, I mean, you must talk to people. Everybody talks about the election last October. Do you feel you have kind of a angling to the left side big time on your campus there in California?
We have the vast majority of our
faculty and staff, they really focus on student success. We have a high STEM population.
Nobody wants to take a crack at it. Well, okay. I think the problem that we have anti-Semitism on the campus is because odd, offbeat, hateful ideas fester in a place of extreme leftism, and I think the universities in this country have become fanatical left-wingists, and I don't know what we can do about it as a country. We're going to have to talk and see what we can do about it, because we sure funnel money into the universities, and I don't
Thank
think
the gentleman.
kids are getting
Time has
all
expired. Thank you. I now recognize the ranking member of the